Okay, that's unnecessary.
Did you know that people used to believe that the Queen was a cannibal because of how long she lived?
What?
Yep.
The Queen of England? I don't
Well,
think that happened.
The former Queen.
Rest
People
in peace.
actually believed
Rest in
it.
peace. Did you know the Queen did a favour for Snoop Dogg and he like got done in London, like in trouble for something?
No, I
And he
didn't.
got
I
put
don't
in.
believe that.
He got put in prison. He told this story. He got put in prison, and the Queen was like, "Let this man go. He's done nothing wrong." And he's got like a picture of the Queen, and him and the Queen were like besties.
Is that why Harry whines so much?
Harry, the ginger guy. You know his wife was the really pretty lady in it. What's her name? Megan.
Mm.
You know she was in Suits.
No, I didn't know that.
She was in.
You know
She's
that
in
girl
Suits.
from-
Yeah, she's an actress.
Oh my god, what's the name of that girl from Grey's Anatomy?
I've never watched Grey's Anatomy.
Neither have I. But
So how's that?
what's her name? Sarah O. She became a real doctor today after playing a doctor for like 5 years.
How do you know that?
I
If it
saw it
only
on
happened
TikTok.
today.
I saw it on TikTok. It happened
Ah.
yesterday. Happened yesterday.
Okay. I don't know who you're talking about. I don't watch Grey's Anatomy, but I'm sure anybody who's listening to this who watches Grey's Anatomy will know. Okay. Okay, so today here you can just pick random. I don't want to do anything political today, so we can just pick something random from here. And we'll give it a little
I can't read your
improvisation.
handwriting.
That's embarrassing. Right.
Why don't we do the expectations of influencers?
Right, okay, we can do that.
That's rather interesting.
So you're actually the one who put this suggestion
Did
on
I?
paper. Yes. You're the one who put the suggestion on paper. So why don't you go ahead and give us a rough idea of why you chose this topic and what it is, just
because
in
of
a
what
broad
happened with
spectrum.
Chapel Roan, really. Like, I
Really?
think it's a really like the whole start with Israel and Gaza and people wanting to like spread awareness and stuff. People wanting creators to spread awareness and then
Yeah.
they don't. Like,
Yeah.
really showed what influencers think of themselves.
I also think it was a big thing with Chapel because she wears drag makeup and she's a big supporter of Pride, and so she's just a really big sort of like community influencer. Do you know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
think a lot of her influence is queer. Influence. A lot of her followers are queer, and so
Yeah.
they look up to her for her political idea because
She is
like
they literally called it like a gay pop icon.
yeah, exactly.
So how can you?
So how can you be so like not self-aware? And then did you see she was in a what was it like I think she was I got the hiccups. She was in a podcast or it was something. She was in a video and I saw a clip of it and she was saying like, why does everybody want to know my political opinions? Why am I expected to tell everybody my political opinions?
Yeah.
And I just thought that was really dumb because you're a person with like how many followers? Probably in the millions, right? I don't really
Yeah.
follow her, so but you think people aren't gonna
Almost every song she's made has hit some chart.
exactly,
It's like,
and you think
yeah.
people aren't gonna look up to you for like advice and like comfort, knowing that their favorite creator isn't like. Because I remember when the whole Gaza and Israel thing, the whole Palestine and Israel thing started to happen, and me, you, and another person started boycotting. You remember?
Mm.
And I remember looking up loads of like artists to see if they were boycotting or not, because as a follower, you want to know that
Yeah.
someone, especially someone as like should we say woke as that, follows your political opinions.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And so I was looking them up to see like, okay, do they support this? And a lot of them didn't. And it wasn't that they didn't actually. It was a lot of them didn't say
anything about
directly.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they didn't say directly if they supported it or not.
I think it's because they're scared to lose followers, but I feel like
Yeah.
there's like
But at the end
have
of the day, yeah,
priorities.
you have to exactly like put your pride aside
Yeah.
like what's more important, like the death of people or like a million of your followers that
I
like
saw someone who
and actually if you lose a million of your followers, isn't that good? Because why would you want those sort of people to support you in the
exactly.
first
I saw
place?
someone on TikTok who said, "I'm about to reach 3K, so this is a list of people that I hate. Unfollow me now before I reach 3,000 followers."
Exactly.
And I loved it.
Yeah,
'Cause
I like that. That's like very bold. It's very
Yeah.
out there. It's like I know what I want.
I need another water.
Water here. I have. Just take the lid off. You want that water?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Okay. Hold on. Let me.
Okay, I'll get it. Don't worry.
No,
I'll
but
still- I'll
li-
still- That's fine.
just drink out that one. Just pour it in. Just pour it in the bottle.
That's okay. It's fine. I'll wait.
Okay, we're sidetracking. Okay. Right. So, what was the thing again? Expectations. No.
Mhm.
What was it? Expectations of influencers. I think actually I feel bad for a lot of influencers because I feel like although you do want the fame and that, a lot of pressure is put on you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pressure, and it is really. I think it is a really mature job that people find immature. Because when you think about it, imagine that you're an influencer, right? And you talk about like self-care and beauty
Yeah.
and not supporting them like the male hierarchy and that, and then you go and do a brand deal, and because you haven't researched that brand, that
they
brand was
support-
made
yeah,
by a
yeah,
man
yeah,
and it supports this and this, it can
Yeah.
destroy your whole campaign. Or even just being associated with somebody who goes down the wrong path, like being like 'cause the people who were associated with P Diddy still get the hate that he does now
Like,
because they
people-
were associated with him.
Have you know the thing with Jeffree Star?
No, what happened with Jeffree Star?
He's really problematic. But
Is he?
one of
Why?
the things
Why?
is he just did a lot of shit.
Oh,
Just a lot.
really?
It's
I
too-
didn't know.
I don't know enough about it.
No, I didn't know.
But he brought out a thing called Nazi lipstick.
Oh
and
wow,
Yeah.
that's
And
insane.
the
She's a Jew, by the
picture-
way. For anybody who's watching.
The main picture was like some ghost, like some unconscious girl.
Oh my god, who is
and-
Jeffree Star? Like, I feel like I don't know.
Skinny white gay guy.
What does he do?
Big lips.
What does he
with
do?
Makeup.
Oh,
So he came out.
yeah, okay,
And
okay.
he came out with the
When
Jeffree
you
Star
first
thing.
said that,
And
I
then
like
there's,
envisioned James
influencers-
Charles.
There's influencers that do like get ready with me's and stuff, and they show like a Jeffree Star palette, and it's done. It's done
Oh,
because they bought it
shit.
in 2017 when
Yeah,
like he was
Exactly.
really famous.
Yeah, exactly. Have you seen the stuff that was going on with Kanye? Kanye West has gone corrupt.
Have I?
Yeah, have you?
Hmm.
I think it's. I need water.
And you know,
yeah.
I'll bleep this out. You know, Alan, he showed me one of Kanye's songs which I'd never heard, and in the beginning he literally goes, "I repent any anti-Semitism." Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, he made a song. What was the song called? Oh my god, hold
Let
on.
It Burn. Something.
No, it was
burn.
like Hail Hitler. He made a song called Hail
Oh,
Hitler.
is it? That's not what I was thinking about.
Hold on.
I was thinking about a different song.
No, hold on. I'm gonna find it. He made a song I think called Hail Hitler. And have you seen
Is
his
it?
Twitter or his X? Should I say?
Yeah.
I can't lie. I
Oh,
don't call it X.
Yeah, let's
I don't
not.
call it X. I call it Twitter. It's always going to be Twitter. Also, Elon Musk. Oh my god, all of these people
He
are
was
going corrupt. He's
on-
insane. I saw there's this Tesla
Yeah.
right next to your house, and
I
on the
know,
back of
I
the
saw
Tesla it
it.
says, "I bought this before Elon went like corrupt."
But
And I really like that.
apparently he was on like a shit ton of drugs in the
Elon?
White House. Yeah, he was on some sort of mushrooms, ecstasy, fucking, like all of this shit.
But
While in the White House, and they gave him like a working chainsaw while they knew that he was on drugs.
oh, what the hell?
I only got this from one source, so don't
Yeah. But did you know everybody was trying to like excuse him and infantilize him and be like, "Oh, it's okay that he did like the Nazi salute because he has autism."
What?
What sort of bullshit is that? It like you can still take accountability and have autism. And even if let's say just hypothetically, the first time he actually didn't know what he was doing, he did it twice. He did it twice, and at the end of the day, that's when it's completely finished. Like there's no help. I'm just trying to see if Kanye made a song called Hail Hitler.
I don't. think
I
think that
saw
would
it.
have
I
been a
heard
much
it
bigger
somewhere. Yeah, look, Kanye West pro Hitler song. Kanye West Hail Hitler. And Joe Rogan defended it. I don't like Joe Rogan. His podcast is full of shit. What was the song that he made? What was Kanye's? I can't believe that.
Okay, wait. I think I found it.
Um. Oh, it's called Hallelujah.
Oh,
Um.
I'll just cut this bit out because, like, the fuck.
No, leave it in. Yeah, it's called Hallelujah. It's not on Spotify, so they probably didn't let it on there. I don't blame them. Well done, Spotify. That's disgusting. Um. Yeah, that's really insane to me. I don't know why I still have my headphones on. It's really silly. Yeah, that's insane. I can't believe that, really. Can you? Like, what
No,
do you think of that?
I'm trying to find this. Yeah, I'm trying to find this.
Fine, what?
This thing they said in the beginning of the song. I can't really understand it, but maybe. Hang on. Yeah, go on.
Nah, yeah, I just think that's disgusting. Like, again, such a huge influencer. Imagine how many, like, followers he has. He's probably in the
Yeah.
billions, no? Or now, definitely not, but before. And also, I hate when, an influencer does something problematic and people say, oh, well, I don't care, I'm just gonna listen to them anyway.
Mm.
But it's like a lot of people are doing that for Melanie Martinez. Did you see the whole Melanie Martinez drama?
Oh my god.
Like,
How
I
can you
can't.
say that's not suggestive at
It
all?
is. I love her music. Like, her music is great.
Really?
But I really
I
like
like
it.
to-
No, I
like
like
her
it.
songs.
No, I love Melanie Martinez. But at the end of the day, you cannot separate artist from creator. It's like people who say they watch Harry Potter and then don't support J.K. Rowling's homo and transphobia. Like, it doesn't work like that. But yeah, that Melanie shit's crazy, don't you think?
Yeah.
That is, it makes sense though when you think about it. Think about all her album covers, all of that, the way she dresses, the songs that she makes. Like, I really don't put it past her, which is really sad because it's always like the really great big music artists that are coming up now and being really like horrid and saying horrid stuff and really problematic stuff.
Yeah.
Don't you think? Also, just because we covered on this earlier, and I forgot to say anything. You know, when we were boycotting,
Yeah.
um, when you think about it, right? And I hate this because I obviously I do not support what's happening in Palestine, but all of the big corporations
Mm.
are supported by Israel, and
Yeah.
I'm not just talking McDonald's, KFC. I'm talking like Tesco's, like any sort of place where you just get normal stuff, like basic stuff, just for like daily life. A lot of it is sourced by these people, and if it's not sourced directly by them, then it's sourced from someone who supports them.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you're not really boycotting. All you're doing is like shortening the amount that you
Yeah.
give by going to
The
less
source.
places.
Yeah.
No, by going to less places.
Oh, yeah.
What did you have you found what you was looking for yet?
No. It's called. The song is called "Burn Everything."
Oh, I thought it was
with-
Hallelujah.
Kanye featured on it by someone called Sean. I don't know the other name. If you find his intro on YouTube, he says something about anti-Semitism. I can't really. I've only heard it like once or twice, so I don't really remember what he says. But you can go check that out if you want. And now I'm trying to find something else to do with McDonald's.
What?
What's that rapper's name that collabed with McDonald's?
I don't know. I'm not
It's
on
really,
Aslan.
it's really like important, and they had like Blank's meal deal, and if you get some chicken nuggets, they'll.
Oh,
Was it Storm? No, it's not Stormzy. There's no way.
it was Stormzy.
Do you think?
It was Stormzy.
Yeah. Well,
It was
basically,
Stormzy.
what he did was he did a
Oh,
shit
big
ton of
shit.
posts on TikTok and Instagram and stuff saying like that he supports Palestine, all this and all that, and then he deleted
And
all
then-
those posts and collabed with McDonald's.
Holy shit. That's
And
crazy.
so that's why Dan Kilburn, they had that sign up that said MC sellout, fake Palestine supporter, all of this, all that. People were fucking.
I
angry.
didn't actually see
Only
any of
one or
those
two people clocked it, but the people who did.
Yeah. Wow, I didn't even know that. That's really insane. I used to listen to him as well. I used to really fuck with his music. Um, that's low-key crazy.
Yeah.
Are we doing what's your problem? Or
No, because I don't have one. Simple as that.
why don't you look for one?
Okay. You
I'll
sidetrack.
just yeah, okay. Should I just explain what that is? What's your problem?
Yeah.
Right, so what's your problem is a segment that we're gonna be doing, like should we say every other episode?
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Every other episode, which will make the episodes longer. So a normal episode for us will be 20 minutes. Where if we do what's your problem, it will be 30 minutes. And this music's horrendous. um, and so what we'll do is we go on Reddit and we find those stories of like, oh, that this is happening to my daughter and this is
We
happening.
can
What
do.
what can
I found some moral dilemmas, which is like 5 people on one side, one loved one on the other.
what?
You know, like the train track dilemma with the
Oh
morals.
yeah, okay, we can
I
do
found
that.
some of those.
Yeah, basically, what it is we just find something on like Reddit or like something that we can discuss that is either controversial or like puts you deep in thought, and then
Okay.
we just consult.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing. I really we also if people like this sort of segment, then we'll do a Reddit ask me anything. For the people that will want that, so we'll spill our guts on.
Spill our guts or fill our guts.
Spill our guts or fill our guts. Wow, that's unnecessary.
Okay.
This song was used in the ballerina film, and when I watched it, I wanted to become a ballerina because I thought it was so like.
Really?
I thought I was like she's so determined, and I was really jealous. Um, I was really jealous of her because she was like she wanted something and she worked towards it despite all of her like. Oh my god, somebody just went to use the toilet, pushed the door, it didn't open. He walked away and he went,
Why?
I don't know. That was really right. Anyway, that's irrelevant.
These are like really.
Can you find one? Hurry up.
I'm finding some really like bad ones. Like
Let me look, and you can
you're at
sidetrack for a
your
bit.
you're at your best friend's wedding and you watch her groom cheat. Do you say it and ruin the day, or do you just leave it and let her marry a cheater?
So,
Yeah.
talk about something then. Okay, I just searched up controversial questions to spark debate,
Okay.
and it's anywhere from politics to pop culture, but I don't really feel politics today because I have to use my brain for that. Right. So that's
I don't
fine.
think they
Then.
can hear the music.
You think they can?
I don't think they can.
That's okay. Okay, we'll do pop culture, yeah.
Yeah, good. I don't know how sure I am with the Nazi lipstick, but there was.
Okay, this one's good.
something
This one's
about it.
good.
Yeah, gone.
Is it unethical
Yeah.
for actors and actresses
Okay.
to play different races than they are? So,
Okay.
like, you know how like the Little
Yeah.
Mermaid was originally white, and then
No,
they paid
that's not what they mean. They mean if
a white person plays.
a Chinese person, for example. If a white person plays someone who is
Okay.
Chinese, or
Okay,
if an
Okay,
Indian
sorry, that was
person
my
plays
fault.
someone who's Jamaican.
cool. That's my fault. I think it can go both ways, right?
Yeah.
If it's something non-fiction, where it's based on a real life sort of scenario,
Mm.
and they get somebody who's not of that race to play the character, then I think it's really offensive. Because if you're telling a non-fiction story and it's based on that person's life, you're not really telling their life if they're not
Yeah.
themselves, if you know what I mean. And I think that's an issue, but it's not an issue that I'm like jumping at someone's throat for. It's like okay, well I just want to watch it because it's not authentic and it's supposed to be as it's non-fiction. But then I think in non-fiction it's okay, like just in like a normal TV series, like if there was like a I don't know a white version of Ginny and Georgia.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's non-fiction. It's fiction. It's not real.
I think for as long as the race doesn't play a big part in the actual film.
Yeah.
For example, fucking Okay, never mind.
That's unnecessary. No,
For
but do you not think it's
example,
important? Do you not think it's important that when telling a story of someone's life, that they are told correctly? Like, for example, let's say there was a
yeah,
story about your life, and you were played by a white person, but you're in reality you're white, but you're Bulgarian, and you know some of the show.
I think,
A lot of your life is centered around Bulgaria. You've been to Bulgaria. Your
yeah.
mum is Bulgarian. She speaks a lot of Bulgarian. She has an accent.
Well, if it's like Mulan, is that her name? If
The
it's that and
yeah,
they made her white, that's just
that's insane
that's
because
crazy.
that's like
That's the entire
the
story.
entire show is
But I
about
feel
her
like
culture.
I don't know. I haven't seen Ginny and Georgia, but I know that
Have you not?
no,
It's not good,
but I
but
know that like it's not doing a lot about her culture. Like they don't talk about
not
it
really,
at all.
not really.
So I think if they made her white, although some things would be fucked up, it wouldn't be as bad
Yeah.
as
And just
no.
while we're on this topic, what do you think of the? You know how Little Mermaid was like made black, and
Yeah.
then we got a black Annie. We're basically just getting remixes of all the old shows.
I don't care because the culture has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
But as I said, um, what's the oh my god, what's it called?
It's a good question. I don't know.
Um, okay, hang on.
Wow! Don't throw it down. That's gonna make so much noise now.
Okay,
Don't do
we'll
that. You're
see.
gonna break it. I do have to say,
Yeah,
I have no problem with the race itself. What I do have a problem with is I don't like remakes of I don't like remakes of old things that have so for example like Annie, like Oliver Twist, all of those old shows I don't like when they're remade.
yeah.
Nothing to do with like the race of
No,
the
I think I agree.
characters. I think old things should stay in the past.
Yeah,
If you wanted to create a whole new sequel that is
that's
similar
cool. Yeah,
with whatever, then fine. But it's the fact that that's a really old show and that's how it should stay.
yeah.
It's like it might just be like my rigid thinking, like black and white thinking, but that's what I think. Anything old, anything new, anything that was made like now can be changed however many times and you know edited in how many ways you want. But I think like you're choosing a really old piece of media that's I won't say influenced, but it's definitely kind of paved its way into
Sure.
history.
Yeah,
Like it's one of those things where you walk around and if you bring it up, then pretty much everybody will know it. And if they don't know it, then that's odd. They probably didn't have a childhood. Um,
yeah.
but
What I
yeah,
was gonna say is, you know, Tiana from
I never watched it,
Prince
but
and
I know what you're
Frog.
talking about.
Yeah, right. People are saying if, well, people are saying if, um, the Little Mermaid can be black, why can't Tiana be white? But I think I disagree with that only because Tiana was one of the first black people, like characters,
Yeah,
on a Disney cartoon
yeah,
ever.
I agree.
So it's just like a
I
big
agree.
thing in history
Yeah,
that you can't like.
it's
if
like
you're gonna remake it,
a mark.
yeah,
It's a mark in
exactly,
society for people of
exactly.
color,
And they use
and
a
for
lot of
that to be
jazz
taken,
music
yeah,
in the thing,
and for that to be taken away is
and
like
a lot of black
discrediting
culture.
history.
Yeah,
Different like for Ginny and Georgia, like I said earlier, like if you want to make Ginny white, at the end of the day, it's whatever.
yeah.
But because she's not really a big mark in history, is she? She's a shitty show about a teenager who self harms. But no, yeah, I completely agree with that. I didn't know that was a thing though. I didn't know that was
People, yeah, it's a massive, and they're gonna also with the Rapunzel thing, and they,
what Rapunzel thing.
is that they're gonna make it an Indian woman,
What?
and I think it's like it's not that deep. Also, because
It's not that deep, but it just doesn't.
it
I don't
makes
think it
more
fits.
sense actually.
Why?
Because look at like every single record of people with the longest hair ever. They're all Indian.
Right, but that's just stereotyping.
That's that's like what's call it? That's just logic.
That's like saying every person with big teeth is Bulgarian. Like it
Okay,
doesn't work
shut
like
up.
that.
No, but every single record of someone with the world's longest hair has been Indian. World's longest beard, mustache, whatever. But I don't think it matters because it doesn't matter if Rapunzel's white or not. Like, let's be so for real.
Oh.
Let's be so for real.
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. But still, because it's such a because it because it's such an old thing. It's like I don't want it to be changed. It's got nothing to do with the
Yeah.
race. It's an original show
That's like
that
childhood.
doesn't need to be exactly.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be changed. It's completely fine how it
Did
is.
you see Bubble Guppies? Did you
Ah,
ever used to watch
yes,
that?
yes.
I used to watch that.
I like Bubble Guppies.
Um,
I was a really big Mickey Mouse fan as well.
really?
I love Mickey Mouse.
I watched it like once or twice because my dad's called me Goofy.
I love Mickey Mouse. Okay, that's unnecessary.
But good
I
time.
love Mickey Mouse. I know that you liked
What did I like? I'm scared.
what's it called? Shit.
I'm really scared.
In the Night Garden. There you go.
Oh
You
my
liked In the
god,
Night
yes.
Garden.
Yeah.
I didn't. I hated that. I thought it was really creepy, and it made me really uncomfortable as a whole.
You know, it's like re-recording the Titanic.
Wow. I never
Yeah.
watched the Titanic.
Neither
Is
did
that bad?
I watched The Notebook recently. Oh.
Oh, how
God.
was it? Yeah, you did
I
say.
cried my
We
eyes
can
out.
make this our outro.
I never cry at movies ever. Never once in my life. Notebook. Bro.
What was it about?
Okay, it doesn't sound that bad when I say it, but it starts off with an old man telling an old lady a story, and like reading a book at a retirement home. And as he reads the book, it goes into like acting, and he's like the narrator kind of, and it's acting about this girl from the city that comes to a small town for a holiday, and she's really rich, and she falls in love with this really poor guy, and she experiences fun for the first time, and falls in love, and then the dad doesn't like him because he's fun, and they go, you can't see him anymore. It's the end of summer holidays. We're going home.
Oh wow!
And he writes to her every single day for 365 days, and the mother doesn't let her see it. Although the mother is secretly on her side, but doesn't say anything about it because
I might watch that myself. Sounds amazing.
After 7 years, they see each other again. He ends up in town for some reason. Oh, and in the show, this is really important. In the beginning, they're talking about he takes her to this battered up house, says, I'm gonna buy this and I'm gonna make it to
that sounds
dream
like
house.
The Greatest Showman. The Greatest Showman,
It's
he like
not.
promises her like the best life.
Well, it kind of is, and then she goes, can I have a say in this? Can I, like, I want this and that. Like, okay, word. Family takes her to city. 7 years later, he sees her, he thinks about it every single day, goes to war, loses his best friend, his dad dies, sells the house, he gets the new house, he builds it exactly how she said. Exactly how she said. Goes to the city to get something for the house, sees her married with another man, and she looks happier than ever when he's just been depressed thinking about her his entire life. And then
I couldn't watch
and then she goes to the city, falls back in love with him.
How romantic.
And they go there, and he cheats on her fiance with him, and then goes, and then the fiance comes to see her, sees her at his house, and they beef that out, and she goes, pretends to be choosing the other guy, then realizes, wait, this isn't my man, goes back to the original guy who built the house.
Oh my god, it doesn't stop.
And the entire time, the guy that was telling the story to the old lady is him and her, and she doesn't remember him, and she doesn't remember him anymore. Oh my god! So it's called The Notebook because he wrote their love story in a book and reads it to her every single day because she has dementia and she doesn't remember them. She doesn't remember them, so he reads it to her every single day, and every single time at the end, she remembers him for 5 minutes, and they dance, and that's it. And they die together.
Wow.
It's so sad.
Oh my god. I might have to watch that. I think I'll cry my eyes out. Maybe I'll watch that with
I never cried.
Thingy, my boyfriend.
I never cry at movies ever. Bro, I weeped. I weeped. My eyes were
red. Was it that good?
It was so sad. And I feel like such a girl for saying
this.
But
was it a good film?
It was a banging film. Like, now that
when I say a good film, was it good? The theatrics were they good? Was the acting good? Was the
everything?
Really? Where did you watch it? What platform? Prime, yeah, cool. I'll watch it tonight.
Yeah, it was really good. I kind of ruined it for you now.
That's okay. That's fine.
It's so, oh, bro. I was like, why didn't you write to me? I wrote to you 306. There's that famous line, and there's a lot of famous TikTok lines in that.
I
Anyways,
bet.
yeah,
Wow.
that's it.
That sounds really good, actually.
And I
Yeah.
feel like such a girl for saying it, but it's such a banging movie. It's such a good movie.
Wow.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll look at it.
well, that's that.
Well, that's that episode done. So
Wrapped up.
that's that's unnecessary. That's unnecessary right there. Stop that.
Okay.
We'll do a bit of a cringe outro because we didn't do a traditional intro.
Oh.
Thank
Just want to
you.
be traditional. Thanks for listening, guys.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Drop a like.
Drop a subscription down below.
Drop a subscription.
Turn the bell notification so that you know when we post more videos.
Bing! Hit that follow button, guys.